When you throw something away, there is no away. And if you put something into a recycling bin, what romantic notion do you have about the life cycle of that dirty pizza box, that single-use plastic tray that your dead cow came in, that Tetra Pak that your oat milk came in, or that massive cardboard box that your new toothbrush arrived in from Amazon? It might get incinerated as energy from waste, spewing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Sometimes it just goes straight to landfill. Sometimes it is exported to countries who simply don't have the infrastructure to be able to recycle it. And sometimes it's dumped straight into our oceans. But even when it is actually recycled, there are some serious issues that you really need to know about. 10 reasons why recycling is a con. Reasons why recycling is a con. Look, I've been in the same boat as you. Just a few short years ago, I was content in the belief that I was doing my part, responsibly sorting my waste and recycling diligently. It gave me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside to know that I was doing my bit for the planet. And why wouldn't I? We are told day in, day out that recycling is the key to combating the ever-growing waste problem. That practically it alone is the antidote to our disposable lifestyle. But as I have begun to delve deeper into the issue, I am realizing just how mistaken I was. I've been running this channel now for 3 years, and what I've discovered during this journey has been sobering, to say the least. It's led me to one unavoidable conclusion. Recycling, as we know it, is a con. It's a con. It's a comforting illusion that lets us sleep easily at night, believing that we're doing enough, doing our bit for our children's future, while in reality, we're barely scratching the surface of this gargantuan issue. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't recycle. Far from it. Recycling certainly has a place, but the issue is far more complex and nuanced than just sticking your waste in the right coloured bin. What we need to understand is that it's little more than a small sticking plaster applied to a deep, festering wound. We're facing an environmental crisis of unprecedented proportion, and if we're going to make a genuine impact, we need to face the uncomfortable truths, even when they challenge our comforting narratives. When you throw something away, there is no away. But at least when you subscribe to my channel or poke the like button, you help me reach more people. So why not do that now? But anyway, let's get on with it. 10 reasons why recycling is not going to save the planet. Number 1, recycled plastic can be more toxic. A Greenpeace study found that recycled plastic can be more toxic than virgin plastic. This challenges the perception of recycled plastic as an environmentally safe alternative. However, using recycled plastic does reduce the demand for new plastic production, which means less oil out of the ground, which is always a good thing, which in turn contributes to conserving resources and energy. Number 2, release of microplastics. Recycling releases huge quantities of microplastics into the environment. These tiny particles pose significant harm to ecosystems and are already in our food chain and already giving us cancer and other health problems. On the other hand, recycling still helps manage the vast amounts of plastic waste we generate, potentially keeping more plastic out of our oceans and waterways than it introduces. Number 3, energy consumption. The energy required and indeed CO2 emissions expelled to recycle materials is a huge drawback. Tetra Paks being a prime example of how bad this can actually be. Despite this, recycling generally uses less energy compared to the production of new materials. For instance, recycling aluminium cans saves about 95% of the energy needed to produce new aluminium. And if you're American and watching this, that I know many of you are, that's aluminum to you. Anyway, let's move on. Number 4, waste to energy plants. These facilities, often classified under recycling efforts, burn garbage, trash, rubbish to produce energy, leading to significant air pollution, I previously put out a video on this that you can see by clicking on the link in the description or here. However, they also play a role in waste management, reducing the volume of waste heading for our landfills and generating electricity as a byproduct. Number 5, single-use mindset perpetuation. This is really, for me, the single biggest problem with recycling. This belief that if we can recycle it, then it is harmless, and it's not. But whilst recycling can inadvertently encourage a throwaway mentality, it also provides a necessary service for managing waste generated. So without recycling, the impacts of our consumption habits, which are in themselves out of control, could be far worse. Number 6, downcycling. Many materials degrade each time they're recycled, eventually becoming essentially waste. But despite this, downcycling can extend the life of materials and delay their journey to the landfill, giving us more time to come up with better waste management solutions. Number 7, recycling contamination. The contamination of recycling batches is a significant issue, particularly what we call wish recycling, where you just hope or wish that you can put that disposable coffee cup lid that is not even made of plastic in with your plastic recycling. We really have some serious work to do here in educating the public about what can and cannot be recycled. Nevertheless, advances in sorting technologies are continually improving the efficiency of recycling and the quality of the resulting materials. But okay, number 8, insufficient recycling systems. Not all materials are effectively recyclable, like Tetra Paks, biodegradable plastic that needs special conditions to degrade, or toothpaste tubes that traditionally have different types of plastic that need to be separated before being recycled. But on the flip side, the ones that are, like aluminium, paper and some types of plastic, can significantly reduce the need for new material production and conserve resources. Number 9, low market value of recyclables. Like anything, recycling is a business, and any business is there to make money. And right now, it's a bit of a shit business, as it costs more to recycle most materials than it does to produce them from virgin materials. However, despite the often low market value of recyclables, recycling programs can still contribute to job creation and economic activity unless we send our recycling abroad, where there is no regulation and no infrastructure. But recycling can help raise public awareness about waste issues. So, number 10, exporting of waste. The exporting of waste to poorer countries poses environmental and public health issues. However, responsible international recycling can sometimes be a viable option if the receiving countries have the proper infrastructure to handle the waste, offering potential economic benefits for those countries. I hope this journey through the harsh realities of recycling has opened your eyes as much as mine were. Let's not shy away from it. These truths are uncomfortable, disheartening even, but facing them head on is the first step to meaningful change. It's time to question our assumptions, scrutinise our actions and demand more from the corrupt systems that we put our faith in. The good news, there are potential solutions, from better, more efficient recycling technologies to shifting our focus towards reducing and reusing before we even think about recycling. We need to push for legislation that makes producers responsible for the entire life cycle of their products and packaging, and encourage a societal shift away from our single-use throwaway mindset. It's not an easy task, but it's an essential one. I suggested carbon tax in an earlier video, which you can see by clicking in the link in the description or by clicking up here or up here. So what's the takeaway from all this? We can't just recycle our way out of the waste crisis. It's simply not enough. We need to see recycling for what it is, an important part of the solution, but far from the whole answer. Ultimately, we are the ones with the power to shape our future. Every purchase we make, every choice we take can either contribute to the problem or be part of the solution. Let's not settle for being passive consumers. Instead, let's be informed, active citizens standing up for our planet. Remember, it's not about giving up on recycling, but about understanding its limitations and its place in the wider context. It's a tiny band-aid, yes, but we're in need of a far more significant one. We need to face the wound head on, start the healing process, and build a future where recycling is part of a comprehensive, holistic approach to waste, because our planet deserves more than a half measure. Do say, I need to stop buying things I want and start only buying things I need. Don't say, I need a plastic bottle of water. But what do you say? Let me know in the comments below. Is recycling just a big con to make us think we're doing enough? And who are the architects of this con? Is it the plastics industry? Is it the oil industry? Or is it our own governments, or have they been conned as well? Are we all falling for the great recycling greenwash? Let me know in the comments below. And if you care about this stuff, please take a moment to subscribe to Why Aren't People Angry About This on YouTube to see more videos like this one on what is the most important topic to ever have faced humanity. And if you like this video, why not prod the like button? And you can also share this video across any of these horrible social media platforms. And if you really did like this video, you may well like this one, or even this one.
So you're saying we shouldn't recycle then?
No. I think I made it clear that we need to continue to recycle, but the real answer is not to buy over-packaged shit. And more importantly, often not to buy shit at all.